ADD space, which suggests innovation. And at Angel MD, we see a lot of innovations, whether it's robotics or AI or all these crazy technical things. I think you look at innovation a little bit differently than a lot of people do, based on the Broselow tape and what you're doing now. Innovation can take a lot of forms, and this tends to be a more simplified form. And I'd love for you to talk a little bit about how you look at innovation.
Yeah, I look at innovation different. I was a family doc. I worked in emergency rooms. I knew what I was doing. And like people ask me the tape, why do you do the tape? It wasn't to save people's lives. It was I didn't know how to do it. I was petrified of a kid coming in the family. So I couldn't do it. And I'm like, I got to figure out a way to do it and make it easy. So I developed the tape. The point is that this is an innovation that went all over the world because I recognize that if I can't do something, other people can't do it either. And the next thing is Boston Children's would never have come up with the Broselow tape because they got a pharmacist at every bed. When you work in community hospitals, you have a huge opportunity to see what's missing. And that's the problem. Once you recognize a problem, everybody's not innovative, thank God, because we would screw up the world, but you have to have some people that will be in the ER. My guess is emergency medicine people are more innovative than the normal population because you have to be, right? You have to figure out how to eat a cookie when Jacob's there. So anyway, so that I look at it that way. The other thing is I'm not a technology person. I don't know anything about technology, but I've learned that if you look at something here and here, there are technology people that can help you develop it. All you have to say is, wouldn't it be nice if we had something like this? And then you work with people. I mean, I hire people from India. I know why they do it. That, you say, I want this, and they do it. So we made the system with no technology background, just using other people that had it.
So you've already received your Lifetime Achievement Award. What made you decide to continue down the road and continue to invent great things like this?
I don't know how to answer it, and sometimes I feel like I'm an idiot savant. The best way I can tell you is like with my golden retriever. If I throw a stick, that golden retriever is so happy because they're chasing the stick, and I can't have it. That's what makes me happy. That's how I'm wired, so that's why I do it.
That's excellent. So any specific advice you would have for those out there with their ideas on napkins, looking to bring them forward and decide whether they're worth their time and worth their resources?
I think we know that most things fail, and they don't always fail because they're not a good idea. They fail because they're not a business model. You have to get a certain amount of sophistication to figure out, even if it's a good idea and everybody that wanted one had one, can you make a business out of it? So you have some of the good ideas, you just can't make a business out of it. But, I think ideas are out there. I think, again, we face things that nobody else faces. The one thing I will say about emergency medicine is nobody's going to do this for you. Did you ever wonder why Epic can't do it? It's the middle of the night, I got a nurse and here's a patient, and why don't I have what I want? It's not even in Epic. They don't have a little emergency thing that people go home with. Nobody has structured things even to solve this problem because these big systems are solving other problems. So my feeling is if emergency physicians don't get behind this, this will never exist. But we're trying to get people interested. And then the other thing is the other question about the card is, who does it? Who makes it? I know I'm not answering your question, but
no, you're fine.
This was the biggest issue. And we're looking at this new idea of the care coordinator and the ACO, where you have groups of physicians and patients that really want to cut costs and they want to improve quality. So my feelings are that if an ACO took on the idea that every one of our patients is going to carry the minimal information they need when they go in ER, then you could work with that group in your ER. So I think the real challenge of this is how do you put it in the community setting? And we're trying to get answers to that. We're trying to get some groups that would be willing to try it.
So would that be the next step for those in the audience that want to learn more about this? What's the best way for them to get involved?
I mean, we have a website called Broselow.com. It shows how everything works. You can even buy a tag for your kid or for your puppy. And so, but it shows the concept, shows how it works. It has contact information. We're looking for some leadership that would like to look at improving safety in the ER. 24 hours a day. We're also in the U.S. Emergency medicine starting here, but this works all over the world. Imagine they don't have the money for a Cerner and Epic and those things, but they got a smartphone and they can have information. So the challenge is not just for us, but to do it internationally.
That's wonderful. I think we can all say thank you for the work that you've done with the Broselow tape and just your work in emergency medicine overall. We're very excited to see where this all goes, and thank you very much.
Thank you.